Arknights!
Lemuen is a 6-star Deadeye sniper. She was originally available alongside Excusiae the New Covenant in the Freedom of Preach banner during the Masses' Travels event, but is now available through standard headhunting. Lemuen has 12 years of combat experience, likely coming from her time working as the Cardinal for the 7th Tribunal, and earlier as a commando in the Pontifica cohorts alongside Mostima and Fiammetta. She sits at 169 centimeters tall, was born on the 21st of May in Laterano, is the older sister of Excusiae, and is of the Sancta race. In her archive files and promotion record, it's noted that after becoming a cardinal, Lemuen thoroughly renovated the 7th Tribunal's office, connecting floors, adding an atrium rest space, reorganizing work areas by function, installing a dedicated document transfer channel, and setting up suggestion boxes she personally reads and answers. Colleagues like Executor Federico praised her efficiency, comparing the office to a finely run system with her as its core, while committee minutes revealed she quietly resolved a chaotic fireworks-related incident during construction entirely on her own before anyone else even learned of it. Even when accidents occurred, she handled them so completely and swiftly that response teams arriving afterward found nothing left to do but marvel at the immaculate result. Her sister Excusiae's remarks echo this pattern beyond work, describing Lemuen as someone who always has had everything under control at home, from planning trips to smoothing over conflicts, including the messes Excusiae caused as a child. Lemuen recalls first watching her biological father, who fussed over her needs and later confided his loneliness after her grandmother's death, inspiring her to imagine caring for him in old age, the moment she first said Papa. She remembers observing her adoptive parents playfully deciding dinner outside her door and picturing a future walking beside them on a lakeshore, which led her to tell the notarial hall she liked that family, and recalls her sister grabbing her hair as a baby and calling her sis, the moment she began treating her as family. She explains that these imagined scenes were never predictions or guarantees, since none of them literally ever came true, but rather a way of picturing closeness before choosing to build a relationship. She concludes that this is why she values imagination over prophecy and would stop trying to connect with people if she could truly foresee the future. Lemuen's family once wrote to Notarial Hall seeking her baby footprints and handprints, believing they mattered to her well-being, while her sister Elle later teased her for taking long showers as a child. In an audio log, Lemuen explains that during those long showers she would study herself in the mirror, imagining the possibilities her body held, just as she imagined possibilities in others. When illness left her bedridden, she avoided mirrors out of fear she could no longer get along with herself, until watching a gory B-movie with Mostima gave her an unexpected sense of comfort in accepting the body's fragility. She spent her remaining hospital years designing the wheelchair she now uses, which she is eager to describe in full. In addressing the College of Cardinals, Lemuen defends the reinstatement of mercenary guards like Landon by arguing that Laterano's sanctity is already eroding, citing revelations about the shared origins of Sancta and Sarkaz and the Maylander Foundation's shifting assessments of the law's military value. She contends that while Laterano is not short on military strength within its own borders, it lacks the means to protect the many monasteries and refugees beyond them. Unlike the sanctity that once safeguarded devout believers across Terra, now that this sanctity has become a pretext for exploitation. She argues that without leverage to negotiate Laterano's international reputation through diplomacy alone, the 7th Tribunal must first prove to its own believers that salvation still exists before it can prove its innocence to outsiders. She closes by asking the assembled cardinals for their cooperation in this duty. Lemuen is confirmed to be non-infected. She has a cell originum assimilation of 0% and a blood originum crystal density of 0.12 parts per liter. The notes in her medical file state that, with continued rehab, Lemuen may be able to walk again, though it may take years or decades for this to happen. For being truthful with her diagnosis, Lemuen gifted the doctors some candy as thanks. In her character art drawn by Iris, Lemuen wears a white shirt with class choker, underneath a black corset with pink ribbon in the middle tying it together, black crop top jacket with multiple zippers at the front and on the sleeves, as well as buttons on the chest, black zip-up skirt with zipper at the front, and thigh-high latex boots with the exact same pink ribbon tying up the front, as well as some flowers near the top of the boots. She sits in a white wheelchair, which looks similar to those basketball wheelchairs due to the angled wheels, with her sniper rifle, which resembles an Arctic Warfare AWP with apple charm hanging off of it, also resting on the chair. And her voice lines, voiced by Eriko Nakamura, who also voices Belgium in Hetalia, Ui Nakasugawa in Hoshizora, Chisato Sumiyoshi in Koei Tosenko, Haruka Amami in Idolmaster, Victorious in Azure Lane, Haidne in Octopath Traveler 0, and Dunya in Magi. Lemuen often talks of her past in the field and her friends.
部屋間違いじゃないわ。ここがあなたの執務室よ。リフォームに加えて、ピストルクラッカーと晴天プロジェクターボールもおまけにつけておいたからね。エルが銃でポップコーンを作ろうとして執務室を爆破したからだろって。それはそうだけど、ラテラーノでは痕跡の残ってない爆発はノーカウントって言葉があるの。私の署名を見つけた？ああ、植物学総論ね。確かに寄稿したわ。仕事でじゃなくて、寝たきりの間にいろんなお花が届きすぎたからかな。モスティマが一番バタバタしてた時なんか、花の咲いたジャガイモまで持ってくる始末だったのよ。そうやって、いつも花に囲まれてたから、詳しくならない方が難しいでしょ。手の擦り傷？ああ、何人か小づいただけよ。外回りで出会う人がみんな怪我人を思いやってくれるとは限らないでしょ。それで、フィアメッタがカンカンに怒っちゃったから、私もほどほどに懲らしめてあげたの。私が何とも思わなくたって、友達にまで気にするなって、無理強いはできないからね。アイスミルクよし、リンゴの着付け薬よし、アイマスクも耳栓も全部よし。そろそろ入場だから、ちゃんと持って行ってね。私の好きな映画が気になるって言ったのはそっちでしょ？正解破壊者シリーズはどれも最高だけど、万が一、あなたにスプラッター耐性がなかった場合に備えとかないと。でしょ？目をそらさなくてもいいのよ、ドクター。車椅子からまだ離れられないのは事実だし、すぐには言えない傷だってあるけど、どうしてもかわいそうに思うのなら、自立作業プラットフォームの使用権限を全部私に開放してくれない？移動用かレース用かって、それはまあいいじゃない。
At E2 level 90 with max trust, potential, and module, Lemuen has 1,568 HP, 1,467 attack, 175 defense, 0 resistance, a 66 second redeploy time, 20 DP cost, and has a 2.7 second attack speed. Her range is the standard range for a Deadeye sniper. At max trust, she gains plus 100 attack. At max pot, she gets minus 2 DP cost, plus 46 attack, minus 4 seconds to redeploy, and a buff to her first talent. Her first talent, Diploma Persecutionis Internationalis, at E2 Pot 4, makes it so that elite or leader foes in Laterano operator attack ranges for more than 6 seconds are marked as wanted, taking plus 18% damage from Laterano operators. Lemuen can attack all wanted foes globally. Her second talent, Modus Extradatio Fugitivi, makes it so that after Lemuen is deployed for 20 seconds, Lemuen gains plus 10% attack, and all her ammo skills have plus 1 ammo cap. Lemuen has one base skill, which is upgraded at E2. Her base skill, Order Distribution Alpha, is upgraded to Abacus at E2, and makes it so that, when Lemuen is assigned to a trading post, plus 20% order acquisition efficiency. If Excusiae is assigned to the same post, plus 25% more acquisition efficiency. Lemuen's first skill, Salve Etiam, gains SP from attacking and is automatically triggered. All levels start with 0 SP, with level 7 needing 9 SP to proc, and M3 needing 8 SP. At level 7, Lemuen's attack is increased to 180% when attacking, and she attacks one additional foe. Skill proc grants 5 ammo and is toggleable. At M3, it's 210% attack when attacking, and skill proc grants 6 ammo. Her second skill, Honesta Missio, gains SP over time and is manually triggered. Level 7 starts with 12 SP and needs 34 SP to proc, while M3 starts with 15 SP and needs 30 SP to proc. At level 7, Lemuen gains plus 65 attack speed and plus 50% attack. When there are marked wanted foes on the field, she uses a bullet to aim for 3 seconds before firing a shot that ignores dodge. While aiming, her attack gradually increases from 180% to 390%. If her attack is higher than the sum of the foe's remaining HP and defense, she stops aiming and immediately fires. Skill proc grants 6 ammo and is toggleable. At M3, she gains plus 80 attack speed and plus 70% attack. She now aims for 3.5 seconds, her attack increases from 180 to 425%, and skill proc grants 7 ammo. Her third skill, Solutio Sclopete, Memento Mori, gains SP over time and is manually triggered. Level 7 starts with 29 SP and needs 42 SP to proc, while M3 starts with 32 SP and needs 38 SP to proc. At level 7, Lemuen stops attacking and consumes 1 bullet every 0.5 seconds to lock on to foes in succession. When the skill ends, she bombards the positions of all locked-on foes, dealing 270% of her attack as AoE physical damage per bombardment, with the damage increasing to 390% for foes in the center of it. Skill proc grants 5 ammo and is toggleable. At M3, it's 300% attack as AoE physical and 450% attack in the center of it. Lemuen has a DEA-Y module named Magazine and Stained Glass, which makes it so that if the foe that Lemuen attacks remains alive after the attack, she gains 1 SP. At module level 3, Modus Extraditio Fugitive is fully upgraded, making it so that after being deployed for 15 seconds, Lemuen gains plus 18% attack and plus 2 ammo cap for her skills, with other Laterano operators gaining plus 1 ammo cap. She also gains plus 120 HP and plus 120 attack. To unlock and fully upgrade this module, you must have Lemuen at E2 level 60, have 100 trust with her, defeat a total of 30 foes with your own Lemuen, 3-star stage 13-13, having your own Lemuen defeat at least 2 Sarkaz Bone Guard Flayers, and have 12 module data blocks, 60 data patching strips, 20 data patching devices, 2 crystalline electronic units, 3 rephasic anatomers, 4 polymerization preparations, and 300,000 LMD. Lemuen is a more recent addition into the arsenal of boss killers, with her first talent and S2 being the focus of said tactic. Having global, with a asterisk next to the global, range that marks and focuses on elite bosses is great, doubly so when the mark makes the boss take plus 18% damage, triply so when her S2 focuses on marked bosses, deals up to 425% of her attack to them, and can do so up to 7 to 9 times. The requirements of getting up to that stage are simple to achieve as well, just having the boss being in a Laterano ops range for 6 seconds and waiting about 15 seconds for Lemuen's second talent to activate. Her S1 and S3 aren't to be slept on either, with her S1 being a simple attack and number of targets hit at the same time increase, while her S3 is great for dealing with moving mobs of enemies, similar to a more mobile version of Fiametta's S3. Her second talent also helps with her boss killing abilities by granting more ammo cap and higher attack, which also makes her module worth investing to, as it's just further raising that amount. Cons, despite my praise, do exist with Lemuen, mostly having to do with her long charge-up times and extended attack speed. Deadeye snipers by default having a longer attack interval as they're aiming their sniper rifle while attacking. Her attack interval also increases rather than decreasing while leveling up her S2, though the difference is only about half a second, but that can make a difference with some bosses. She does need a decent amount of support from other Laterano operators if you do want specific foes marked as wanted, even with her very large range as a Deadeye sniper. So you'll likely be bringing in other Laterano snipers such as Excusii, Archetto, and even Umbriel for decent enough coverage, though it's not technically required. Overall, Lemuen is a great choice for boss killing, especially more mobile bosses that roam around the map before hitting your operators. But she does need a bit of support to mark them. Highly recommended to build. Thank you for watching. Please follow my Twitter and Blue Sky for updates, and please check out my other Azure Lane and Uma Musume videos as well. Come back tomorrow for next week's character teasers.